Greetings, everyone. This is Instructor Mustafa coming from MedJ International Services, located right here in the District of Columbia. Today, I want to bring you another life-saving tip, and that tip is, and this is really this message is really directed at the men. We have to be better stewards in protecting the group. We have to be better stewards in protecting the group. Children, women and ladies that respect us. We have to make sure that they're protected. Because right now there's no protection in the group. Do you have a plan of action? If something happens, do you have a plan? If something does happen, do you have the tools to mitigate that situation? Do you have your pepper gel? Do you have your knife? Do you have what else? Your balls, whatever it is that you have to protect yourself. Do you have it? Do you have a wear and carry permit? Do you have a concealed carry permit? These are the things that you have to ask yourself. Do you have these things? And if you do have these things, are you trained? Have you been training with your firearm? Have you been training? Have you been doing dry firing in the house? Have you been going over different scenarios of things that could happen in the street, in the house, in the church, at your job, different places where things can happen? Have you said, okay, fine, you understanding the law, you want to make sure that you're doing everything to de-escalate that situation. So there should be a checklist of things that you should be going over if something happens. So if something happens, you already know in your mind that, okay, fine, these are the things that I need to do to de-escalate this situation right here, but staying ready with my firearm if I need to. So, okay, I know I need to do this, I need to do that. Man, okay, I'm trying to retreat. I'm not moving in the direction of the person. I'm trying to back up on the person. I'm giving this energy in here. I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just trying to lead a scene and stuff, try to de-escalate it and leave. Are you doing those things? But if it doesn't help, now what's your first result? What else do you have besides your firearm? You have your pepper gel. What do you mace? What do you have that you could use instead of using your gun? So you got to understand that. So when things happen, you got to be ready. What's your plan of action? So being a better steward, that would mean that you would do all the things that you need to do to receive your training. You're going to the range. You're doing your dry firing. You're doing everything that you're supposed to do. You're going over scenarios. You're in the house. Nobody should know your house better than you and the people who live in your house. So if someone breaches your home, you should know point A, point B, point C, point D. Wherever I am, I know they can only come but some way. So if they come this way, I have this. If they come that way, I can do that. If I'm in my car, I know I understand gunfighting in the car. So I know the things I need to do. I need to get that seatbelt off. Or I need to accelerate and try to get out of there quickly. Scenarios. What are they giving me? What are they giving me? If they're giving me things, I'm going to take what they give me and I'm going to turn it against them and I'm going to move. Because one thing for certain, I'm moving. I'm not going to be still. And you got to move. You have to move. Carjacking, you got to move. You have to be thinking. But you see, the thing is, you don't want to be thinking during the event. You want to have thought about that particular situation beforehand and put an answer to it. You have to be thinking. It's dangerous out here. It's dangerous out here. Don't be delusional. It's dangerous out here. But at the same time, if you have a plan of action, it makes your job easier. Just to keep flowing, because I know at least I have a plan from wherever I am to do whatever I need to do. If I'm in a grocery store, if I'm in a department store, it's this, it's that. If I'm here, if I'm in a church, I'm driving, I'm getting out of my car, I'm walking to this location, whatever it is, at least I have some type of plan. And I stay ready. And this is something that you have to do. If you've been contemplating on obtaining your wear and carry permit or getting your concealed carry permit from DC or Maryland or Utah, hit me up. It's what I do. I'm in the life-saving business. So I want to give you all the intel that you need to get to be a good steward, to protect your family, to protect your business, and to give you some edification on how to stay alive and how to understand what things that you should do, what things you shouldn't do, and how you should control your ego, but all at the same time, how you should be studying and training all the time. Studying and training, seeing what current events is going on, because see, that may dictate on how you move. Something from the Trump administration may happen, and people may want to start protesting, or may be angry, or whatever it is, they may want to do something to you, but if you don't know, you go right into it. Always know what's going on. Always understand your current events, because that helps you be a better steward. You want to be a good steward, you have to be informed, and you have to practice, and you have to train, because you got to put work in. You have to put that work in to be a good steward. Look, get your lives together. You're needed. We need to rectify a situation immediately, and we need to prepare for what's about to happen. There's some things in the pipeline from the Supreme Court making rulings, and the legislative bodies making rulings, the executive branch, they make doing executive orders, and it's a whole lot of things that's happening right now that we aren't preparing ourselves for. We got to be good stewards. We got to make sure we keep everything together, so when things happen again, like they did in 2019, 2020, 21, things can happen. So you have to understand on how to deal with that situation and how to move as a group. Got to be good stewards. You got to make sure people believe in you. You got to make sure that you're trustworthy. Make sure that you're honest. Make sure that you show fealty. Show your fealty. Because the people going to need leaders to help them move accordingly and put them in the right place, do the right things, and forget the panicking. We're doing this. We've been over these scenarios. We're doing some tabletops, and we're doing some other outdoor training. We're doing some evacuation. We're doing some money situation. We're growing our own food. We're doing all these things. We're banking, and we're establishing economics and creating plans. Good credit. Being good stewards. Be a good steward, but make sure you're ready to protect the key. So if you need your firearm, you need certification, you need the training, whatever situation awareness, I'm your man. Inbox me, let me know what you're thinking. We can make it happen. You call me tomorrow. We make contact tomorrow. Yeah, we're talking about it. If you're ready to do something Saturday, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with the training. Start getting your certification. Start getting your mind right to be a gunfighter. Because that's all you are, is a gunfighter. When you have a gun. But look, stay steady out here. But most of all, stay alive.